If you are still finding it difficult for you to make money on forex trading, worry no more. This video is for you. Right here is volatility 75, and I am using 5 minutes time frame to show you this. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use this simple strategy to make this very forex a reality. Now look at this. When you are trading on a forex and you find yourself this golden opportunity that will help you to trade and step out from these very losses to a very huge profit, how will you feel? I think you'll be very happy. I think you'll be happy. All right. All right. So let's dive into this. Now, look at this. When you have something like this, and remember that this is volatility, so it is not easy for you to see this thing moving in your direction and moving accurately without any interruption. So as it is built to be a type of something that will be going up and down, then now when you enter into this point, it is too devastating and you may not be able to get it right because it may continue going down as we hardly see it reverse immediately, because it will make several attempts before it will be like this. Now, when you want to trade using this very strategy, let me show you what you need to do and how to get it accurately. Now, this is the current movement of the market. Now, remember that whenever you are using volatility 75, 25, 10, and the 50, don't ever make a mistake of just coming into this place and start trading immediately. No, like when you zoom out like this, there is something you will notice. What is that thing you will notice? You will notice that right before this market is something like this. And when you see that thing right here, you will notice that the market is also in the same shape, meaning that this market don't have a kind of direct movement. You cannot say that this market is uptrend. You cannot say that this market is downtrend. Then when you are watching a consolidation market or a consolidating market, you will discover that even in this very market, the up move is higher. Sometimes the lower move will be higher, so making it a kind of difficult for you to say that this market is actually consolidating. So what should I do in this case? Now, let me show you what to do. Now, when you have this form of market, like most people will try to trade from here, most people will try to trade from this very angle from here. Once they have seen it, they will try to trend, at least take from there to somewhere here, because this market may probably stop somewhere and start going to this very direction because it is at the point of reversing because of consolidation or ranging market. So what should I do in such a state? Look at this place. All these things is a proof that the market is consolidating in this very frame. So in this very frame, so what should I do? Can I trade here or should I avoid this? This strategy you are seeing is very simple, especially when you understand the power of this very strategy that I'm giving out. Now look at this line, look at this one too, look at it, and now look at this place. Can you see it? Now here, right here, and right here, this is the two lines. Now look at this very one. Look at this very one. Can you see it? So that market crossed this line actually, but never crossed again. So when you are using this strategy and the second one crossed this one, then the one that crossed here, which is this one, but later get to this point and it reversed. So what is the advantage of this strategy, or what is the need of this strategy, or why should I even watch this video? You need to watch this video because when you have a strategy that shows you the key zones, especially in a lower time frame, for you to see the move of the market, look at what I'm saying. for some people. Look at this, from here down to this point, every attempt made by this thing, look at from here, all those things remained in this very place. Look at it, all of them remain in this zone. Now, as they were all in this zone, the one that crossed is this one. The first one that crossed was here, then the second one was here. Then it moved across and get to this very line. When you get to this very line, this one managed to cross over. But to some of us, we may think that this is a breakout strategy, but as it crossed at this point, it never gave what some people desire, which they expect to be a bullish market. Rather, it reversed. So as this market reversed in that sense, what do we say, or what should we do? Immediately this market touched at this very point, the market started reversing. Look at it. So what should I do to start making use of this strategy? First thing, go to 4 hours time frame. When you go to 4 hours time frame, it will help you to see what the market is really doing. Now, look at the 4 hours market. All this place, the market is still consolidating. But if you are to ask, what do you think should be the nature of this market? Do you think that sellers will take over soonest, or do you think that buyers will take over soonest? So we can judge based on this candle here. You will see that we now have multiple rejections, and those multiple rejections prove to us that buyers and sellers are really fighting. But at this point, we also have this one here. So when you judge from this corner, please don't be too fast. Always remember to know that it has happened almost at this very point. But from the nature of this thing, we can judge that this market can easily come to this very place, but notwithstanding. Why? Then that is the need for you to watch what we have here. So this market will get to this point. When it gets to this point, it has the opportunity to reverse. So if this thing should get here, and reverse from this very corner, if it reverses from here, that is to say that this thing will come up here. So this thing will move a little bit like this to help this thing come over here. Then when it comes over to this place, it may not reverse. Then when it reversed, it will be more easier. When it reverses, it will be more easier for you to see this market clearer from here. Clearer. Get that straight. Then when that happens, you now go to your lower time frame, which is 5 minutes or 15 minutes. Then this thing you are seeing must have touched this place completely and relax there, then and start coming back. Then this black one will come up like this. And when this one comes up like this, now then you know that where it is pointing is here. Then the process of this thing at this very area is your entry point. And why this thing is going on here, you have started cashing out on your volatility. Let me explain again. When you see this thing in 4 hours time frame, get closer to this point and start coming down to this place. That process of this thing coming down to this place is the movement of this thing coming closer to this place. The process of leaving here in your higher time frame is the process of this thing touching here completely and coming down to this place. Before it will leave the 90 to 80, it must have touched here. then your ability, when you see it coming from this place, you will see a clear trend, place trade. Once it is at the oversold level, then you see that this market is between this place. Believe me, you will see a clear trend to enter. So once it enter here, your first TP should be somewhere here for you not to make mistakes. Then second TP should be here. Then the long trend is here. So all these things can take you 2 days or 3 days for you to confirm it. But do you know our biggest and greatest problem in Forex is that people want to trade when they have chance and not when the market is confirmed. This is the biggest challenge I've ever seen, even with people that I'm training on all those things. So I have worked for the day, so this evening is my time to trade. I make our time to trade. That is not true. You don't do that in Forex. So when you follow these procedures, things become so easy for you. Now look at what I told you. Even though that I saw that this thing is actually showing a sign to go like this, but I was not relaxing. Why? Because this thing need to touch here first before I will confirm this trade. Though that in some cases it may turn from there and start going like this, which is true, I know. But when you want to be sure of the trend you want to take, please make sure you are not confused. Don't just see red and you start placing trade. Confirm where this thing is coming from for you not to make mistake of trading a fake out. When you trade a fake out, you end up losing everything you labored for. Now, what strategy am I using? Let me give you the indicators. Let me give you the indicators. The number one indicators I am using in this very market is one, moving average 200 exponential. Do you know why you must use this thing? The perfect reason you should use it is because most people, when we settle down on this small lower time frame, all this small period, it makes us to be lazy. Why? Because it makes us to see the trend in the current now, then, and will be affected from the higher time frame. But when you draw a long period and you have this patience to see this thing reverse from there, then it will help you to place trade. And mostly if you're a professional trader that have like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you know that one of the perfect moving average you should have on your distance should be 250. 200, 150. That should be the perfect. Then you can use 21 or 26 as a lower time frame, a lower period to confirm the trend in a period of 30 or 21 days. You get that? So now this 200 moving average helps you to see it clearer. So please set it like this and it will help you. Then the second one is 50. That is the blue line you are seeing. That is 50. Then the third one I am using, which is indicator window 1. I'm using MACD. I'm using MACD. So the MACD is on the default settings. Okay. So the fast EMA is 12, slow EMA is 26, then EMA SMA is 9. Do you get that? So now style is I make a main bezel, I make it my background color because I don't need the histogram lines. Okay, so now I use the signal line to confirm my distance. So I have to add relative strength index on the same window 1. So for you to do that, please go back to the same indicator window 1 and touch this place. Then from there, add up any of these things except they are not in the same category. So from there, I add this one. So what I have is very simple. Then look at where you should do a little job. A little work is at this very place. This is where you can do a little job. Add it up at this place. You can use it and start doing your business. It works in all time frame. Okay. Then for some people who may ask, what time frame is that? Please, this thing works for every time frame. You cannot relax in 15 minutes time frame when you don't know what is going on in 4 hours or a day trend. That is one of the simple truths we should know. Now, for clarity purpose, please, if this thing touch at this place, touch at this place, it helps you to see the lower lows and higher lows. This is the essence of this video, so that you will know when this one is going higher and when this one is going lower. So it helps you to see a clear breakout. Once you see the breakout, it helps you to trend using the momentum candle. using the momentum candle. So now you use this one to see the divergence. Use this one to see the divergence, to see how this market is really operating. Once you get to this point, what are you waiting for? You place your trade. Now, what are you going to see to confirm that this market is actually going to work in your favor? Look out to see something like this. This is what I have been saying. Now, you confirm it, then this is your entry point. When you know that volatility does not move straight instantly. Sometimes it moves up and down, move up and down. So at this point, you can wait for like 30, 25, even 15, even 1 hour before making a straight move, but it will never go against you. Rather, you can, like, let's assume you place a trade of 0.001, then you can stay like 30 minutes. You are not on loss, you are not on profit. It will be $2. It will be $2 profit, then it will return to like the $2 will return to 0.90 cents profit. Sometimes it will go back to loss. Then when you finally make your predictions right, it will not take you to this point, and at this point you can now close with $5 or $6. This is one thing I want you to know. Then from there, this is what you get in return. Once this thing touched at this place, please make sure that you close. Don't even allow it to stay in this point without closing it. Immediately it crossed over to this point. And there is one thing else you should know. Each time this market crossed over to this place, there is always a chance of a market moving in a downtrend. Get that? There is always a chance for this thing to move in a downtrend. Now also look at this place. Each time it touched to this point, there is always a chance. Whenever it crossed above this 50, there is always a chance, whether oversold or overbought. Once it crossed over to that 50 lines, there is always a chance. The RSI, the divergence line. So there is always a chance of this thing moving to a direction that crossed above the 50. So practice this thing on your demo, and please watch all our videos if you still want to make progress in this very Forex. My name is GDFX. Then if all those things I have said here is still confusing to you, I encourage you to look for a mentor. It must not be GDFX. The most important thing now is that you are trading. And for some of you that have come, some of you that paid little saying that I'm coming back, then the mentorship have not started. And for some of you that have asked me to leave a slot for you, until now you have not shown up. Please, I am not begging you, but I'm just telling you so that there is a need for you to clear off in some aspect of things, so that you will stop. I don't know. I don't know what to say. So just sit up. Just sit up. When you are ready for mentorship, push. And if you are not really ready for mentorship, I think you should stay by and maybe keep practicing or trying one day. But for you to invest in anything you don't have full knowledge of simply means that there is a chance of losing out in that field. That's why I always encourage people to learn, to learn. Stop thinking that Forex is the best and the easiest way to make money. It may not be as easy as you think. Anything you don't have knowledge of, it may look easy. That you have access to deposit, you have access to place trade, doesn't mean that you have access to become a millionaire with it. Rather, when something is not upstairs, you may lose everything you labored for. Think of how you raise the money to deposit, and think of how you just use your handset or your laptop and lose everything without holding anybody accountable. So please be careful and do the needful. My name is GDFS, and I love you and I care for you. Thank you so much.